Today we have a wild review. Today we're reviewing the iconic gas saver, the 2024 Toyota Corolla LE Hybrid. It goes without saying that this is not the car that you think of when you're thinking of a sporty, fast, fun car. This Toyota Corolla is not going to disappoint that thinking process. There is the new Toyota Corolla hatchback GR. Those are fire, or the GR Corolla hatchback. Those are really cool. Those are fire. There's also the XSE version of this and a little bit more like luxurious versions of this one. This is the basic LE, and this is the hybrid version. So the reason you're getting this car, if you're going to buy it, usually at least, is because you're trying to save gas, and this does that very well. But before we get into the review, I wanted to give a quick thank you to my good friend Freddie Aridi here at Toyota Riverside for giving me the opportunity to review this car. So if you guys are interested in this car or any other Toyota car here at Toyota Riverside, make sure to contact him with the information in the description below. The 2024 Toyota Corolla LE Hybrid has a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine that produces a ridiculous 169 horsepower. All jokes aside though, you're not getting this car for performance, for speed, for none of that. You're getting it because it gets a ridiculous MPG. You guys get 53 miles per gallon in the city and 46 miles per gallon on the highway with this car. So I think whoever gets this car is gonna end up having the last laugh, because while we're all crying that our bank accounts are empty because of gas, whoever has this is gonna be cruising. And on top of that, the new Corolla isn't that bad of a looking car. Honestly, I don't think the Corollas have ever looked that bad. Now, as you can see, it is a very standard looking car. I think it's because Corolla has that reputation of being the standard gas saving car, basically, that can get you around town, it can carry your family, it can carry your friends. It gets everything done, but it also gets you 53 miles per gallon, so that's wild. And so that is what this car accomplishes, I believe. And overall, the look of it'll depend. It'll depend on what you want. But this look is not necessarily ugly. It's not stunning. It doesn't stand out. You're not gonna get a bunch of head turns, but it's not a bad looking car. Honestly, there's not that much to go over with this car. It's a good looking car. The paint job is called graphite/underground. So I actually really like the paint job on this car. It's got these 16-inch wheels, pretty standard as well for a gas saver like this. And I mean, it's got the 3 seats in the back, 2 in the front, so you got your standard 5 seats. It's probably pretty small. We're gonna go over that in a second. And we have our trunk. Let's look at that right now. For a car this small, it honestly has some pretty decent trunk space. It has 13.1 cubic feet of storage in here, which is plenty for almost anything that you would need to carry in here. You can put groceries easily. You can definitely fit a couple of suitcases in here for luggage and things like that. And honestly, it's pretty good for the size of this car. All right, now let's check out the interior. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I'm gonna keep it real. I love the interior of the 2024 Toyota Corolla. It is so basic and good. So let's go over it a little bit more. Now we're in the interior of the 2024 Toyota Corolla. And I'm not gonna lie, like I just said, I love it. Even though it's so basic, I love how basic it is. Because when you look around in here, it's just so satisfying. It's not overloading your senses at all, and it's just very, very basic but satisfying. I love how everything in here is just so like basic and peaceful almost. I know I'm overusing the word basic, but the thing is, when you buy this car, you're probably getting this car as maybe one of your first cars, if not your first car for sure. Or maybe it's just like a car that you just want to drive every single day to work and back. So you're not looking for anything crazy. And so when you get this car, it just really just gets the job done in a very satisfying way. For example, the steering wheel here, it gets all the controls that you need. And so if this is your brand new car, you're still gonna walk in here and you're gonna be like, wow, that's a nice looking steering wheel. And so let's go over everything else in this car now. Obviously, we're gonna have our window controls over here to the left. Then we're gonna have all of our little controls up here, gas thing, lights, things like that. Your air vent up here. Then right here we have the instrument cluster. Only the little middle part is digital. So that's how it looks right now that it's started. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's basic. It's just a very basic car. I personally like that it's not fully digital. And the middle part, it's not bad. It'll show you all the things that you need. Now coming over to the middle, we have our screen, which is actually a very, very high resolution screen. It's not huge, but it's the Corolla, so basic as we know. And so, but it's gonna get all you need. It's gonna have the Apple CarPlay and also the Android Auto or whatever it's called. And so you have that there. Then here in the middle, we have our climate controls and stuff like that. This one, unfortunately, does not have individual climate control, but it's not like something necessary to have in a car. It's nice, but you can get along without it pretty easily. But it's the LE, so you're not going to be getting that in the most basic version of the Corolla. So if you do need that, I recommend going up a couple of trims. Now, I'd say that this is probably my favorite part of the interior because it just looks really cool and simple and satisfying, like I said earlier. This is the gear shifter and extremely simple. You can change your drive mode here. You can turn the traction control off there. Then you can go into EV mode right there. And then there's an extra little compartment right there. And then here you can connect your phone for the Apple CarPlay and all those things. And then here you have your cup holders and your brake hold button and your parking brake button. The passenger seat isn't too bad either. And then here we have an extra little compartment. Not huge, but it's got an extra little charging port and another little plug-in right there. So yeah, overall, not too bad. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep it real. I absolutely love the 2024 Toyota Corolla LE Hybrid. It's so basic and it doesn't look great. It's not a stunning car, but it doesn't look bad. The interior is so basic, but I love it. It's not extremely fast. It's not gonna destroy anybody in a drag race. You're not gonna be gapping anybody in this thing, but it's just so great at being basic. It's amazing. I mean, it looks just like a basic car. You're not going to be standing out anywhere. And so if you're not trying to be somebody who stands out everywhere, this is a perfect car. The interior is so basic, but it's so basic that it's satisfying to me. Like, it's not a crazy amount of stuff going on in there. And on top of all that, you're not paying very much for this car and you're going to be saving a ton on gas. So it's a very, very low cost car. And that's obviously why you're getting this car. You're not getting it for the performance, the looks, or anything like that. And so, yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I love this car. It's awesome. I would for sure recommend it to absolutely anybody who isn't trying to get some crazy off-roader or somebody who's trying to gap Lamborghinis on the freeway. So I 100% recommend this car. But anyways, I just wanted to say a quick thank you again to Toyota Riverside for allowing me to review this car. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.